Hello, everybody, and welcome to Legends of Arcadia Genesis. How are you guys doing today? Starting with Nick. What's going on?
I'm doing all right. I've just made Sunday lunch. I roast beef. Go on my Twitter. Looks pretty great. And I tell you what, I know I've made it now because the butcher by me is very well-known butcher. We've got quite a lot of followers, and they only ever retweet other businesses, but they retweeted my Sunday roast. Now I'm not sure if that's because they've looked and saw that I've probably got more followers than most people who are tweeting at them, or if they just were impressed.
Did you buy the roast from them?
Well, I bought the beef from them.
Yeah, I bought the beef from them.
Yeah.
Well,
so I was pleased with that. And then I went and walked he's not really my nephew, but kind of is. I mean, me and Fran aren't married. If we were married, he'd be my nephew. Okay. So her sister's child. Mm-hmm. Went and took him for a walk this morning. That was quite nice.
Very talented baby. It can already walk.
Yeah.
Mind a shame.
What else have I been doing? Nah, that's it.
Nice. Great. What about you, Mr. Raekwon? How's life going?
I don't know. I've had a weird week where I've been stressed out and working my bones off, and that's been very hard. But I found a new anime, and that's been cool. I watched Orimiya. It's good shit, man. I know it's a good anime because it makes me hurt when I watch it. I'm like, oh yes, this must be a good romance. I am in physical pain. I don't know. It's tax season. I'm eating like shit. I'm stressed out, and that's my life.
Nice.
Wait, before we go on, I just want to say, Neal, I saw you giving, I think it was Mr. Meat Sauce, a hard time in the Discord for saying negative things about weebs. So you were trying to project your own insecurity about being a weeb on him. I just want to say, Mr. Meat Sauce, me and everyone else who is reasonable is on your side, okay? We know that Neal's just projecting. Okay.
We told them what Neal wore to the last semester of his senior year of high school.
Oh no, let's keep these things quiet, Ryan. Right. These are deep, dark secrets.
These are going to my grave, but rest assured that Neal is a bigger weeb than
was once upon a time.
Than at least half of Twitch chat.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's my point. I was standing up for the weebs in chat because Mr. Meat Sauce was being unreasonably harsh with them.
Oh, he was shit talking the weebs.
He was shit talking the weebs. I was defending
Mr.
the
Meat
weebs.
Sauce, get fucked.
Whoa! No,
sorry.
I'm on your side, Meat Sauce.
Do Neal and Faye have the same mug?
Oh wow,
no,
someone's smart.
Wow.
Was this intentional? Are you like mirroring motions?
Wow.
No, this isn't planned at all.
Like you're also drinking.
Is Neal in this call twice, but one is with the Fae filter?
Yeah. What is the mug? Is it like G7 or something?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
G6?
Who is missing?
Romania?
China? Wait.
Yep.
Show China.
Okay.
Secret memes, guys. Secret memes. Speaking of secret memes, Kale.
Am I a secret meme now?
You are. Well,
Only when you make coffee, Sean. Only when you make coffee.
I'm doing okay. I'm in lighting hell. I can't get my face to properly reflect in this webcam right now, but you know, that's a problem that I don't care too much about. I don't know. I also watched an anime recently. I watched a baseball show called One Outs.
Baseball anime.
Is it the only baseball anime? Because I've heard there is a baseball anime out there which is really good.
There's some. The one I watched was very good. I've tried watching others and they were not very good. So maybe that was it.
So what's 1 ounce? Baseball weighs more than 1 ounce, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. 1 ounce is like a gambling game, right? The show was about a gambler who was like famous for being really good at 1 ounce, who through shenanigans gets drafted onto a like professional baseball team. And because the man, like the team owner is a dick, he negotiates a contract where he gets paid 5 million yen for an out, but has to pay back 50 million for every run that he lets get scored.
Oh my God. What? And so he's got to pitch a perfect game over and over again to make any money?
Yeah, so it turns very quickly into a game where like this guy is just making tons of money off the team owner who's desperately trying to sabotage him to save his money.
Is he a reliever or is he a starter?
They move him around a lot. He does a lot of different things. They try to find the thing that will give up the most runs and they just keep failing.
Oh,
Wow.
well, they're not very bright because you just start him and you pitch him until his arm falls off.
he pitched startings. Like he pitched perfect games. He does it. It's
Very
a very
realistic
like it's kind
anime.
of goofy. It's not like it uses real baseball rules, but it is like a very sort of cheesy show, right?
You don't say.
Are there?
The
There's 20 baseball anime series. Did you just post an article?
I would not be surprised.
At least 20. These are just the 20 that knocked it out of the park, Ryan.
Hey,
Where are the foul balls?
that's why he gets paid the big bucks.
It's like literally the name of the article I posted, though. I didn't.
Oh,
It's not my pun.
okay. I take it back.
Yeah, you should.
And
Not worthy.
Can you recommend it to people who have no idea how baseball works?
Yeah. So it might be a little. I think you might run into points where they're explaining an obscure rule in baseball because there's a lot of rule lawyering in there. And you might be like, is that?
That's why
is
you
that
like it.
real?
I got it.
But they do like describe all the rules that they lean
Is
on.
Japanese baseball the same as American baseball, or are there like
in the
different-
translation they translate a lot of the terms into like English terminology? Like they don't call fastballs.
what do they call them?
Because
Kamehameha,
they're slow.
I think.
Hadouken.
I think they just call them straights in like that would be the Japanese term.
Okay.
But they like in the
Straight
subtitles they
or
translated it for
probably.
use. That was nice.
You speak Japanese, though?
No, absolutely not.
Cocoa discussion.
They often use
Pretty good,
English
Ryan.
expressions, but say it in a Japanese way, you know.
Okay.
But if you do like good sports anime, I can recommend, and that's not a shock to anybody who watches the anime, Haikyuu.
Mm.
If you like volleyball, even remotely, and you don't know if you like anime, go and watch Haikyuu. That's my speech of the day, because that's the best stuff I've seen in a long time.
What about
Never thought
Hajime no
I'd,
Ippo?
No idea what that is.
It's a boxing anime.
I
Never
don't
thought
like
I'd find
boxing in real
myself,
life. I don't think I'm gonna like it in anime.
Yeah, I never thought I'd find myself wishing for the Wheel of Time discussions. Yeah, here we are.
I've read
So when are you
2
gonna
books
start
of the Wheel
reading
of Time.
Ryan, what's up with your life? How is your child doing?
Not walking. Get it together, kid.
Yeah.
It's been like
I
3
don't know.
months.
Great.
You're gonna look back to the time where she didn't walk. That's
Yeah,
gonna
she
be
was-
real quick, I'm telling you, because my nephew can walk, and holy shit, is he fast to get to Oh boy.
Yeah.
Buckle
she was
up.
supposed to be here with us, but she started screaming at me, so now she's in her baby cage.
Baby cage.
I mean crib.
Oh, okay.
In
Sorry.
her straitjacket. I mean in her swaddle.
Baby prison. Baby prison.
Unlike Sean, my lighting is apparently excellent because chat's talking about how good I look. Unlike how I looked last time, apparently unrested and bedraggled. My wife cut my hair, so apparently good job, dear. They're saying that looks good too.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I played Imperial Guardsman, by the way.
What's that?
Although
Nice.
I don't know, they're speculating on
Whether you played
Warhammer race.
Yeah.
I remember when Tau came out and I thought they were the shit, but like I was broke. That's the main reason I played Imperial and could not afford a Tau army. But hey.
My best friend used to play Imperial Guard, right? And he used to actually paint all the models really well. I remember after Christmas, he got like 7 tanks, like Lehman Russes and whatever. And he sent me a picture on his phone of like all of his tanks painted perfectly, drying on the kitchen counter. And then like 2 hours later, sent me a picture of them all like eaten by his dogs and destroyed.
Oh,
I've got actually a really sweet Warhammer figurine here that my buddy gave me for, I can't remember what. It's Christmas? Maybe it was my wedding. I don't know.
Oh, sick. Is it
It's
like a
it's
Chaos?
Space Marine. Yeah, Chaos Space Marine. He's a little rhino.
Is it not a Terminator?
I do think it's funny
it's
that the
a-
people who are sitting here bad mouthing the weebs are the ones collecting figures on their shelves.
Listen, Greg, calm down.
What are they called? Dreadnoughts? The Dreadnought? No, the Dreadnoughts are the
No.
really big one. It's,
Dreadnoughts are the big
big
robots.
mechs.
Yeah.
no,
I think it's
what's-
a Terminator. They're like the Space Marines, but with the heavier armor.
I think it's a Terminator. Maybe it's a Terminator if it's Chaos. But anyways, super sweet.
No, all right.
Thanks, Julian. Yeah, I don't know. Plenty going on in my life, but I think I'd rather play D&D. Did I answer all the haters in chat effectively, or all the lovers in chat?
Mm-hmm. Well, then, last but not least is Faye. What's going on in your life? How's shit?
Well, it feels a little bit like I've been at work with Greg together because I also had a very shit work week.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. In my area, we're gonna loosen up the lockdown on Monday, which means plenty of people are going to be going to the city. I have to work. A little bit nervous, but I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, not much. If I'm still alive in 2 weeks, then I'll let you know how it went.
Nice. Okay, for D300 XP, who wants to tell us where we are and how we got here?
Didn't that already happen?
There was a
that was last
We did a pre-cap, and
yeah,
Faye
got like 7 XP or something.
Right. Isn't there supposed to be a link to this?
Sean, it was 5.
It's 5. Can we let her roll another D300 for already
No, you're right.
I'm going to roll
already done
one,
it.
and it's going to go downhill from there, so please don't.
Would you have the clip, Neal?
I'm looking for the clip. Where's the clip?
I don't know. I didn't clip it.
So no one clipped it. Oh my god!
Did you not clip it, Neal?
Of course not. Why would I clip it?
He just...
Because you're but this is your channel. This is your show.
Do you think I'm going to clip my own embarrassment so you can bring it back 2 weeks later?
Yes, absolutely.
I think ignorance has already.
It's a highlight.
It's a highlights on the channel, yeah.
Oh god, how do I?
Goddamn, who's the traitor? Fuck you, ignorance! I swear to God, I'm getting you. I'm gonna get you.
Highlights.
Stop highlighting stuff and put stuff on YouTube, my dude. That's what we need.
I don't see it. It's nowhere to be found. We'll have to.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate. Goddamn.
All right, is no one else volunteering?
I think
I can't do it every time.
We already
guys.
did it. Why do we?
Because Neal doesn't have the clip.
Do we need to listen to it again? We didn't even get to hear it last week. He just played it for the viewers and himself.
What?
Right?
Yeah,
Wasn't there audio shit?
We just had
so
to sit here quietly.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not all about you, Ryan. Okay.
Well, some of us were quiet. I can't restrain my trolling instincts.
Okay. It's been. Charos has linked it.
Nice work, Charos.
All right, so let's all be quiet for 2 minutes while chat clicks on the link and watches the recap.
I was just going to play it for
too.
them, and then you guys can click on it and listen to it of your own accord.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot all about the experience.
D500, let's
I'm
go.
gonna laugh if it's just the final little bit of it where she rolls a 5.
That's literally it. That's the entire clip is her rolling a 5. Yeah. There's no recap.
Done,
It's just the okay, cool. Well played. Cool. I guess that was worth 5 experience. That's very appropriate. So you're here at a
experience
river.
for Charos.
Right.
Good work.
Right.
Good work, my dude. You are now what is that? 0.25% away from being a level 1 fighter.
Oof. Yeah. All right, so there's a river. What do you guys want to do?
It's fine.
Well, first we're going to sleep.
Love you.
Because it's evening.
Love you too.
Curl up by the fire.
Excuse me?
Talking to Ryan.
I didn't mute myself before.
Okay. Everyone curls up to sleep near the river.
For the record, I would like to just have Iron Vigil cast on myself at all times because why the hell not? I mean,
Sure. With Iron Vigil, you don't need to sleep unless you want to memorize spells, and in which case you need rest, right?
yes. So finally, I have ascended my my elfdom. I meditate instead of sleep.
Perfect.
Neal, if I sleep as a wolf, do I have heightened perceptions?
Ooh. Sounds like you need to make a custom spell or something.
I would say yes, but let's make this a double-edged blade here. You'll have heightened perception, so you'll be waking up all the time at all the noises in the woods, and you might not be able to, like, you'll probably be a better watchman, but you might not get enough rest to memorize spells. because you'll be like waking up every time there's a thing. How's that sit with you?
Well, it's fine, but I'll probably never do it.
I mean, it depends. If you
In certain circumstances, perhaps,
right, if you have a day of travel where you don't cast any spells.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Are you sleeping as a wolf then?
Nope, need spells.
Excellent. So,
Well, I
Ryan,
need
are
a
you
second level
on?
spell.
Well, no, I've just got angelic vigilance. I don't necessarily use it because I don't want to deal with the penalties, but if it ever comes up, I'm not a mere mortal, and I
Fancy.
am immune to exposure.
Okay. So, during the night, you guys will hear the sound of leaves blowing in the wind, the sounds of bows creaking underneath the pressure of the air, and yet all around you... Bows? When the bows break? Bows break? Bows.
Bow breaks.
Yeah, the boughs moving in the wind, but the air around you is still. Yet you hear the sound of the leaves rustling and the trees bending under the pressure of the wind. Does this concern anyone?
As long as they're not bows, I think we're safe.
No, they're just boughs, and they're bending.
Well, is somebody on watch? Are we doing?
I think we're all on
doing
watch,
watches?
or we're
Which-
taking shifts. I'm not watching the
yeah.
whole night, is what I was saying.
Yeah. So who's on watch now?
One. Abaddon is on watch.
All right. Then if I'm on watch, I will. I guess I don't sleep in my armor, right?
Probably not.
Okay, so I will shift into a wolf, and I'll try and use my heightened hearing and smell to see if there's anyone approaching the camp or anything like that.
You're going to use your hearing and smell to see?
You know, metaphorically see.
Got it. Sorry.
You know.
Yeah, you don't hear the sound of creatures. You don't smell other life forms around you, but you do hear this like blowing of leaves and the creaking of trees and this stillness everywhere else. It's unsettling.
You know, I might wander away from the camp a little bit, try and follow any scents, or just go and do a little loop around the edge of the camp, you know.
Yeah, you leave the camp at about 15 feet. By the low light coming in through the canopy, you can see little bits here and there, especially with your wolf vision. And you'll notice that there's like the camp, some trees around you, and then a few feet away, the trees are gone.
Were there trees there before?
Yeah, there were trees in a forest, but all of a sudden there's like a gap of 20 feet where trees used to be but are no longer.
I mean, at the risk of getting myself killed, I will go and investigate. Sounds strange. So I'll walk over into the place where there should be trees.
Yes. You walk into
Is
the
there-
clearings.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, is there places where a tree has been ripped out of the ground, or does it just look like normal?
No, that looks like they've been ripped out of the ground, roots and all. And as you enter into the clearing and look about and walk a little farther, you can see that at the edge of the clearing, the trees are moving. They have derooted themselves and are leaving your local vicinity, walking away at a grueling pace.
The trees themselves.
The trees themselves have uprooted and are walking away from you.
They heard what we did to the last tree that talked back.
Okay, I think I'll maybe skulk after them for a few moments, but once realizing how many there are and that it's probably a bad idea, I'll turn around and head back to the camp and not disturb anyone. I'll just go to sleep.
Cool. Next person's on watch. You'll hear similar, creaking, blowing, blah, blah, blah. I won't repeat it again. Next person on watch is... There's no 6. 5. Nyx.
Well, I'm not an arborist, but
Yeah, druids suck.
can I make a folklore check for walking trees?
Yes. Absolutely. What we designed folklore for. That is a
26.
success. So I take it you also search out the source of these sounds and see the trees retreating from your area. By the time your shift comes along, there's like a clearing of 30, 35 feet or so from the party outward. And you will know that these are the no pun intended, fey trees of the elven realms. They have lives of their own, minds of their own, and are some of them sentient and some of them subservient to the sentient ones. They are alive with thought, emotion, control, ability to attack and defend themselves, and are the realm of the elves in a great many ways. Some say that they are actually the spirits of deceased elves, but that can't be even remotely true because, only like 6 months into the world. There can't be that many dead elves.
Okay. I mean, this is D&D, so I'm going to do the reasonable thing, and I would like to approach a tree to talk to it.
Sure. You can see a tree walking away from you very, very slowly, and you can easily catch up to it.
I will walk next to the tree as it moves forward.
The roots sort of like snake along the ground, grab purchase on some area, and then buckle and bend themselves forward while the other roots push away, leaving these like long, disturbed sections of ground that have just been like raked by the underside of the tree.
And I'll say, excuse me, tree spirit?
A tree will stop moving, and its trunk will begin to twist, revealing a gnarled, knotty face with a long nose that's got like a branch coming out of it, with fresh green leaves on it. And it will bend over, creaking, until its face is maybe 8 feet away from you, leaning down.
I'll give it a deep bow as a sign of respect. Sorry. And I'll say, so we are new to these lands. Why are you leaving? Is there something disturbing the night?
Look at your character sheet real quick. Yes, of course.
We don't have languages, Neal. You said there are none. So if you were looking for anything like that, then
No, there's
Maybe your alignment.
my alignment, chaotic witch.
The tree shakes its branches a little bit. Some leaves flutter to the ground around you. And then one of the branches on the side, it kind of uses as like a sweeping gesture back towards the party. And then it brings the branch along the ground and pulls out a dead rabbit from underneath its roots and lays it at your feet.
Can I see what the rabbit died from?
It looks like it was crushed by something, possibly the treant itself.
Right. Does the tree watch me as I inspect the dead rabbit? Trying to figure out. Well, okay, Neal. What is the exact? Hold up. I don't know what the exact description is for it, but you can help me trying to figure out how I need to word it. I would like to carefully take the rabbit and cut it open with my silver knife to do a omen reading check on it.
Excellent. I roll the omen reading check in secret,
Sure.
right? Yeah? What's your
Yes.
modifier on it? Doesn't matter.
-2 should be willpower.
-2? You have -2 willpower? What?
No, my willpower. No, the adjustment.
It is
like,
willpower -2. Got it.
Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Here we go. And so what is the question you are trying to divine an answer to through omen reading?
Does it have to be a yes or no question?
Asks a general question about a course of action. When will the dragon return? Should we attack the orcs and track the orcs to the lair or wait for the next raid? Is this a good day to start our journey? General question.
Okay, so I could use the rabbit to ask the same question. I could say, why are the trees leaving the area? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay. You open the rabbit, start looking at the innards of it, and you can see the signs of fear and concern that was caused by the creature who crushed this rabbit. You can see that there is a sense of distrust and a desire for what you would call it, escape.
Right. I nod understandingly towards the tree, I guess. I'll take the rabbit with me.
The tree continues to watch you. Long hooked nose with little petals on it, leaves on it.
And I would like to, so it's low enough so that it can, so that its branches, like I can reach the branches, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take off one of my tiny charms, the ones that I used to store fear in.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but this one is an empty one. So I'm gonna wrap it around its branches and tie a little knot there, and I'm gonna say, this should help coping with the fear a little bit better on your travels.
The idea being the empty charm will absorb the fear that the creature might have.
Yes.
The tree will bend one of its branches towards its face, which will produce some sort of small fruit that you've never seen that kind of like just pops out from the inside of where its mouth could be if it had such a thing. And then it will use the branch to like catch the small little greenish fruit that drops out of its mouth and bring it over to you as if on a serving plate.
Oh. I'll pick the fruit up and I'll look at the tree and I'll point towards my mouth. Am I supposed to eat this now?
The tree does not have a readable facial features, and it makes no response.
Okay. I guess I'll carefully put it in my pocket for now.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll give it a deep bow, and then, I say I appreciate the insight. Thank you very much.
The tree walks away.
I'll walk back.
Do you inform the next person whose watch it is that the trees are leaving?
Yes. Who's the next person?
Next up is Raekwon.
Okay, I'll wake up Raekwon and I'll say, Raekwon, this is gonna sound weird, but the trees are leaving.
Oh, how interesting. What will become of the forest if the trees leave? Is it a desert now?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if all of them are leaving. Like, I can tell you a few are leaving. This is why the sound is a little bit odd. They don't seem to threaten us. But they also can't really talk. So,
Well, it would be quite something if the trees could talk.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Huh. Well, anyways, just thought I'd give you a heads up. No reason to be too worried about it. And I'm gonna head to bed because I'm tired.
Excellent. Have a good night's sleep.
Okay.
Cool. And the watches can continue in this manner unless anyone who is going to go on watch wants to investigate the trees or anything else. Once, twice, 3 times? All right. When morning comes and the sun filters down to where you are, you can see that there has been a section of about 50 feet away from the campsite. That is just an empty ring around you.
It's definitely around us.
Yes, there's definitely the trees that are immediately in your vicinity are still here, but 10, 15 feet out, then all of a sudden there's like a ring around you about 50 feet deep that is abandoned.
Is this because of the leprechaun?
I'm
We're here to
I'm
save
gonna
the
ask-
trees. What are they?
I'm gonna ask Abaddon in the morning, I guess. I'm gonna say, I don't know, have you seen this rabbit before?
Rabbit.
Yep, this one.
Smells good.
I feel like if Abaddon killed a rabbit, he would eat it.
That is probably true.
You finished
think
with it?
Do you? I mean, I guess. Do you want this?
Yeah, thanks. I'll
Are you in a human form?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the fire and I'll
Okay.
guess I'll start cooking it up over the embers of the fire. It's probably still gonna be pretty raw, but I'll eat it.
I'm just gonna relay my little encounter to the party, and I'm gonna take out the small fruit out of my pocket, and I'm gonna hand it to Kale, and I'm gonna say, so you're the outdoor person here. Maybe you can have a look at this.
I do have herbalism, so I could look and see if I recognize this.
Give me an herbalism check.
Yeah, let me see what the modifier is. Skills. So herbalism is intelligence -2. So that is going to be 16. So
Easy.
26. So I do pass that.
Very nice. This is unknown to you. This is a brand new fruit that's never been seen before. Your school has a catalog of local flora and fauna that extends, not just around Acropolis, not just your little valley, but of the local region. It is the work of another professor there to categorize all these things, and this, at least last time you were there, was not in the list of things that had been categorized.
So it's an invasive species.
Well, we definitely need to try it then. Who knows? It might be the tastiest fruit around.
Well, belongs to Nyx. Nyx, could I borrow some juices from this fruit whenever you decide to eat it?
Oh, I mean, I guess. I'm not sure if I want to eat it right now. I'm not. Does it look ripe, Neal? Like, does it, does it have a strong fragrance or anything, or?
Yep.
Is there anything in our religious doctrines about like forbidden fruits and
Nope.
Faye about to commit original sin or something?
Nope.
I mean, I would assume that if a tree
We all
gave me
remember
some
that time
food,
the devil dressed up as a tree and handed a piece of itself to eat. Very famous.
it's from the secret, the lost, very Old Testament.
What concerns me most is that the trees seem to have left exactly around us, and I don't understand. Are we haunted?
That one definitely is.
I finished eating my rabbit. I'll come over. What are you guys talking about? Oh, I tell you, I saw the weirdest thing last night. Some of the trees were just walking off. Look, and I'll this way, and I'll walk through the forest to realize.
I mean, we're standing in a clearing now, aren't we?
No, there's like a ring of trees still around the
Yeah.
camp that haven't walked off.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll come back and say, is that all you guys are having for breakfast? The fruit?
I'm not sure if I should,
Why
but
not?
maybe.
I mean, I don't want to make the decision for you, Nyx, but I imagine if I were gifted a piece of fruit by a I guess not a talking tree, but a walking tree, I would work under the assumption that it wants me to eat it.
Fine. I mean, you're the smart one in the party, so I guess I'll comply with that. I'll take out my dagger. I'll wipe it clean on my skirt. I'll cut I don't know what it looks like, but maybe it has like a top where it was attached, so I'll carefully cut that off. Yeah. I'll show it to Kale, so he can get juice out of it if he wants to.
Yeah, I'm gonna collect a little bit of juice and keep it sealed away.
Okay.
And
Can you
Do I
describe
need
the
to-
fruit, Neal? Is it
Yeah.
like
Yes.
is it like a mango? Is it a
No. It's
berry?
it's a stink fruit.
Is it a durian?
definitely not durian.
Are you-
I'm grateful because that would have given me these second thoughts about it.
Cats don't start falling out of trees.
It's actually just spell components for the next stinking cloud.
It's about
Oh,
this size, and it's the color of like green tea leaves before they're dried, so that like really light, gentle green color. There is a very soft layer of fuzz on it, softer than a peach fuzz. I'm trying to think of a very gently fuzzy fruit. I can't think of one.
Apricot?
Sure, it's more like apricot than peach fuzz, but they're pretty similar. And
Perfectly round, spherical. Like
Nah,
that,
it's not perfectly round. It's got like a
got a
little bit
butt
of
dimple in it.
Yeah, it's got like a little bit of squish out to the sides and just a little bit of a crease on top where there was not quite a stem, but almost as if it was like, it was growing out of something, but not like a stem that you would find just hanging from a tree. Some sort of thicker connection that has been broken away.
Okay. Does it smell sweet?
Not really. It smells like chestnutty or woody or something, or nutty somehow.
Okay.
Good.
I guess I'll sit down. I hope this tree isn't trying to poison me, but you never know. I'll open the backpack and let Pan out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna let him sniff the fruit and see how he reacts.
He grabs your hand with his paws and brings the fruit right up to his face, sniffs it for a few moments, and then walks away, disinterested.
Okay, but he didn't do the right? Like
No, it was just like, what is this?
It's
Is this for me?
definitely not a durian.
No, that's not for me. Okay.
Okay. And I'll say, well, here goes. And I
It's
guess
possible that it's the seed inside that the tree was gifting you.
Well, there's only one way to
this is
get
it.
to that.
I'm not gonna swallow down a giant seed if there's one in there, so I'm gonna start eating the fruit.
Okay, and do you squeeze the little juice out for kale?
Yeah.
I think I already collected some, yeah.
Okay. All right. It tastes awkward and uncomfortable, and it's tougher than you would have expected. It's not nearly as like soft and juicy and delicate as a
As
ripe
I'd hoped
apricot.
for.
Yeah, it's more kind of like, the consistency of a walnut. That's sort of like
The whole
the
fruit
hard,
is? Or does
not the whole fruit, but it's got like the hardness with the pockets of air. So as you bite into it, it sort of like crunches, but it's not super nutty crunchy. It's like, I don't know, soft crunchy. I'm trying to think.
It's like
of
eating a wood chip.
is it underripe?
So like
I mean,
eating a
you've got
passion
no-
fruit with the skin on?
like chewing a pomegranate. Like
Yeah,
the
okay,
whole
that's what I
pomegranate.
imagined.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Were you supposed to peel it first?
No. I didn't
Yep.
get instructions.
You chew the fruit and you eat the whole thing.
Is there a nut inside?
There is no
Seeds.
nut inside. It is
Seed.
consistent throughout.
This may have been a nut. It doesn't sound very fruity.
I don't feel any different, right? It's all the same.
Yeah, you swallow it. It feels a little weird, tastes a little weird, goes down kind of uncomfortably, but there's no.
Maybe I was not supposed to eat that. Well, I guess too late.
We gave it our best shot.
Oh, did we? Okay. Well, I guess. If a tree is going to start in my stomach, I'm going to be real upset. I'm just going to let you know right now.
Is this going to be your second Spriggan?
You can never have enough Spriggans in D&D. Okay.
Well, let's carry on.
Yeah, while they've all been messing around with their fruit or nut, I've been packing up the camp. Don't say I don't do anything for you. I pack everyone's tents up and their gear and stuff like that.
Tense.
Let's get going. Yeah, I guess we don't have tents. Do we know where we're going from here? I feel like the end of the
I
directions
think
we
it's
got
right
was
here.
across the
Like
river.
I thought it was like where the mountains meet the water or something like that. So it's probably somewhere in this vicinity. I mean, I assume we'll see a giant tower made of bones or something, right? Or a graveyard
Or a cave.
Or a cave.
We've still got a donkey with us, right?
And a
And a
flock
bunch
of
of
sheep.
Can I put my armor and my weapon on the donkey and lead the party as a wolf? And I've smelt undead before. I've smelt the undead of this necromancer before. I feel like I will know when we're getting close, well before we get there.
If there is a dead thing nearby, you'll be able to smell it. If you
Yeah,
take your
so I was-
time and
Is it
patrol
still
about.
windy?
No, it's quite still.
Wait, weren't we already following a scent?
Yes. A trail. You were tracking a trail, I think, or like maybe via the scent.
Yeah, it was a
But I think we
scented
diverted
trail.
away from it to go to the.
But then you brought us back to it.
Yeah. So I guess I'll
So-
carry on following it then.
It ends at the water, which you guys can cross here. The river is not too swift, right?
I mean, I thought the elves said the Necromancer was where the water meets the mountains.
Yes.
Maybe on the other side of this. I
We
see.
could
did
also
say
walk along
beyond
the
the
river
river.
and see. Are you retconning what the elves told us, Neal?
No, I'm positive they said beyond the river.
You say
Maybe
so?
we thought they meant the other river, but they might have meant this river.
Yeah.
I will.
Were we going
wade
north
across
left
the
or
river.
north right?
North
We're going
left, I
north
think.
left. Yes. You will find one of those bone bridges, like you found at the last
Oh.
river here, but this one has been damaged, broken, so that your side of the bone bridge is no longer attached, and it's just like a half arc coming off of the other end. It looks intentionally ruined, probably by the elven denizens of these woods.
How big of a gap is it?
15 feet?
Okay,
Big enough
that's a bit of a
that-
jump.
Yeah.
What
Problematic
percentage of the bridge is left in ruins?
50.
I don't have that kind of size. All right.
How wide is the river?
30 feet?
30 feet.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wind check.
Bridges.
The wind is still.
Still.
If we can't wade this river for some reason, I can get us across.
You guys could probably wade the river or use like rope and people to make sure you could get across. Bringing the sheep across is going to be tough, though.
Let me check and see how long this lasts then.
I didn't know we were playing Oregon Trail when we signed up.
I didn't expect you guys to be hauling a bunch of sheep with you.
Blame Sean, okay?
And we can leave the
if-
sheep here, right?
We
Yeah.
can leave the
Oh yeah,
sheep
because we
and
haven't gone
John-
home
John
yet. Was
here.
the only reason.
Yeah, we can leave the sheep and John here, right?
Probably not. This is like a creepy haunted wood, isn't
Oh,
it?
you know
No,
what?
no, that's fine.
No.
I'll stay behind. That's okay.
I-
I don't have to take the sheep to the Necromancer's lair. I'll just wait right here.
I told you, he's fine.
Does
fine.
the length of the bridge extend past the shore on the other side, right? Like the whole combined size of the bridge doesn't just go from like edge to edge.
No, you're right, because it'll like hit the other side of the shore and then extend a little
Yeah.
bit to like anchor itself.
So like if 50% of it's left and I can grow it an additional 40%, it'll probably come very damn close to getting to the edge of the river, yeah?
Absolutely.
Are you growing Necromancer's bones?
It would be like all but 3 feet. It would be like, you could grab it and hoist yourself up and toss sheep onto it.
All right, I cast enlarge upon the
Okay.
road bridge and it grows an additional 40%.
Wonderful. Well then, the bridge is now large enough for you guys to toss sheep on and cross yourselves. And if it grows 40%, I assume it's going to last for 20 rounds. And I think you guys can cross
Correct.
the bridge in 20 minutes. Bringing you to the far side of the river.
Right.
And then I have the spell for the return trip.
So can I
Abaddon's
pick up the
nose,
sense, yeah?
yes, will bring you along this path. This next river that you come across is fordable. It's a slow process, but it is doable, and will bring us here. Pick up the next day.
I'm not smelling any increased scent of the undead at this stage. Just the same trail I've been following.
Today there is a new comet in the sky. A new god is approaching the plain.
Shall I religion check to see if I can identify?
If you would like to, yes. Absolutely. It is a Geppa who is approaching.
Ooh, an auspicious omen. The huntress blesses our quest.
Good omen.
I'm really glad we have Abaddon. If I didn't know better, I'd say those elves were trying to trick us, because their directions were right shit.
Yeah, you're right. These elves have been lying to us, and if we run into one on the way back, we shouldn't be so merciful.
You continue along your way until Abaddon's nose turns you rightly south, and you find a cave pressed against the cliff face here, against the mountains.
You called it, Faye.
The scent here is quite strong with the decayed flesh. You would expect there to be like vultures or something about with the scent of decay so strong, of rotting bodies, but there are indeed none.
Can the rest of us smell it at this point?
And when you get like up to the mouth of the cave, you can smell like dead things inside.
Right, I will go back to the donkey and turn back into human form and gather my armor and weapons.
I peer into the cave, into the darkness. I can see like 60 feet.
There is a series of footsteps or worn steps, I guess, that
Going down.
make the cave go down, and there's a little bit of water dripping from the roof that lands on these steps and trickles down into the cave.
All right. Shield strapped, armor on.
Area just outside of the cave has a few trees chopped from it. Maybe 30 or 40 trees have been cut down right outside the cave
That's more than a
entrance.
few.
Yeah.
Well, we descend, I think.
Excellent.
Right?
You're first.
I descend. This place smells of
Pull up.
undeath.
Just one thing I want to do before we enter is I'm going to put one hand on Kale's shoulder, and then like from behind, right? And then there's another spectral arm wrapping around like your chest like this, and I cast armor on you, so you're prepared for. I still have mine on, so you now have an armor spell as well.
Thank you.
An armor be cast on another?
Yes,
Cool.
can. And I will, I guess, stand next to Iswal, and I'm gonna say, I don't like this place.
I don't either. That's why we must purge it from this world.
Do you know how to purge it?
That is my specialty.
Well, I'll be sticking with you then.
With tooth and claw.
And flame. Purge it with fire.
They cannot dare stand before us. We will crush them with our might.
All right. I descend the steps. I guess I have a spear in my hand. Might as
As
well.
you come down the steps, you can hear the jingling of chains inside. And you can hear the shuffling of feet. The cave is certainly not empty. But why don't we take our first break right here and come back on the other side with a little bit more Legends of Arcadia Genesis.
Right.